Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Schluntz Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts. I'm going to say that again. I'm coming to you live from Schluntz Gym, not Tappan Gym, Schluntz Gym here in Brookline, Massachusetts. I am here to bring you this first round matchup from the MIAA South Division State Tournament for boys volleyball. Today's matchup pits the visiting 19th seeded Weymouth High Wildcats against the hosting 3rd seeded Brookline High Warriors. The Warriors got a bye through the preliminary round of the playoffs. Meanwhile, Weymouth has got to be riding high after their preliminary round matchup. The Wildcats came into the state tournament with an 0-13 record, and they delivered perhaps the biggest upset of the tournament, defeating 14th seeded Randolph to advance here to the first round. So they collect their first win of the year in the state tournament. So finding their form at the right time, and honestly, regardless of how things play out here against the Warriors, the Wildcats have got to be proud of where they are. Of course, the Warriors, they don't need to be told to be proud of what they've done. They are the 3rd seed here in the South Division after an impressive 13-4 season and Bay State playoffs. They finished as the Bay State Conference runner-up, and they finished ranked number 5 in the state in the last poll from the Boston Globe. So all the measurables are there for Brookline. Weymouth's got the feel-good win from 2 days ago, from yesterday rather. Or was it last week? Whatever day it was, my mistake. We're slated to start in about 10 minutes. So in the meantime, I'll give a rundown of the two teams' lineups. We'll start with the visitors from Weymouth High. First, senior libero, number 1, Joseph Aaron McCabe. Next, a senior middle blocker and outside hitter, number 7, Matthias Coutinho. A junior outside hitter, number 8, Evan Baruza. A sophomore defensive specialist, number 10, Alexander Nowicki. A senior outside hitter and middle blocker, number 11, and co-captain John Savage. An 8th grade defensive specialist, number 12, Nevin Kenalath. A senior outside hitter, number 24, Jackson Riley. A senior setter and opposite hitter, number 27, Randy Nui. A sophomore outside hitter, number 31, Dominic Freeman. A freshman setter and opposite hitter, number 32, Jed Whitaker. A sophomore middle blocker and outside hitter, number 33, Daniel Daly. A sophomore middle blocker, number 34, Wesley Burcham. A sophomore middle blocker and opposite hitter, number 35, Paul Pierre. And a junior outside hitter, defensive specialist, and setter, number 36, Jacob Freeman. So there is your lineup for the visiting 19th seeded Weymouth High Wildcats. McCabe, Coutinho, Baruza, Nowicki, Savage, Kenalath, Riley, Nui, Freeman, Whitaker, Daly, Burcham, Pierre, and another Freeman. And as the Weymouth High Wildcats step off of the court after the end of their warm-ups, after talking with their head coach, Kevin Whitaker, soon the Brookline High Warriors will be taking to the court for their warm-ups as we have a little less than 7.5 minutes left on the pregame clock. So while Weymouth does the last of their warm-up serves, let's take a look at the roster for the 3rd seeded home team, Brookline High Warriors. Starting off, we have a senior outside hitter, the captain, number 21, Zachary Orlando Milbauer. We have a senior setter, number 2, Corey Zedo. A junior setter, number 28, Nikhil Wong. A senior middle blocker, number 16, Wes Price. Another senior middle hitter, number 23, Toby Mendel. A senior outside hitter, number 3, Kota Sukada. A senior middle blocker, number 14, Adam Danker. A junior libero, number 1, Jacob Smagula. A junior outside hitter, number 8, Fletcher Poon. A senior, number 15, Briano Ufanu Dem. A senior outside hitter, number 11, Kevin Lee. A senior opposite hitter, number 38, Stanley Pang. A senior opposite hitter, number 18, Julian Vasnesky. A sophomore, number 31, Charlie Perdue. Another sophomore, number 32, Cam Gilek. And finally, a junior defensive specialist, number 27, Jason Rich. Little less than 5 minutes to go before this game gets underway. Once again, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Happy to bring you live coverage of this high school boys volleyball state tournament first round game. I see we've got our first comment in the live chat. This is from Wesley Burcham. Weymouth for the win, he says. Well, you know what? You don't play these games on paper. Carry that confidence, that's what I say. You know, make it as much of a match as you can. And who knows, you never know what's going to happen. Like I said, Weymouth comes into this one riding the wave of their first win of the season, an upset win over 14th-seeded Randolph in the preliminary round. While Brookline got the bye through the preliminary round of the state tournament, so their last match was the Bay State Conference Finals, which they lost in a sweep to what is right now the best team in the state, and that's Needham High. The rain is coming down torrentially outside, which I think just makes it a perfect day for volleyball. You know, if this was a day for baseball or soccer or lacrosse, really even football, it would not be a great day for it. But today is a good day for volleyball. We got our second comment on the live chat from Brendan O'Sullivan. In response to Wesley Burcham saying Weymouth for the win, O'Sullivan says, meanwhile, I'm hoping for Brookline. Well, as the play-by-play broadcaster, I try to remain as objective as possible, but I also can't pretend I don't have some skin in the game as a Brookline High alum myself, class of 2011. So I can't pretend there's not a team I'm pulling for. But, you know, I like to give my respect to both sides when I'm calling these games. So I'm just going to take the ever-neutral position of I just hope both teams have fun. A little less than 2 minutes before we get this game underway. Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan here at Schlentz Gym. The first game of the season that Brookline High gets to play at Schlentz Gym. This would, in an ordinary year, have been their home court in every game of the season. And it would have been the same for both the boys and girls basketball teams in the winter season and the girls volleyball team in the fall. Excuse me. However, because of the craziness that is the 2020 to 2021 academic year, they were using the Schlentz Gym as sort of a hub for remote learning, and as a result, the gym was booked up. And so in the winter season, the basketball teams couldn't use Schlentz. They had to play in Tappan. Girls volleyball, which would ordinarily be playing in the fall, got moved to the new Fall 2 season, and they had to play in Tappan. And the boys team here in the spring has had to play in Tappan all the way up until this very game. So a nice sort of homecoming for Brookline here. We got more comments. Celia Sandblom says, yeah, Brookline. And Brendan O'Sullivan coming in here with another comment. Rain here in Foxborough has been awful. Strongly agree on today being a good day for volleyball. I guess it's just hitting everywhere today if it's out in Foxborough as well. Well, I'm happy to provide something for you guys to watch in a day where certainly nobody's going outside. You know, unless maybe you're part frog or something. There's the horn, and we are about ready to get this match underway. It is third-seeded Brookline against 19th-seeded Weymouth here in the first round of the MIAA South Division Boys Volleyball State Tournament. We'll see what these two teams send out in terms of their starting rotations. See the two teams huddling up, Brookline huddling next to their head coach, Dana Jones, while the Weymouth Wildcats huddle around their head coach, Kevin Whitaker.
Welcome to Brookline High School Schlentz Gymnasium for today's MIAA South Sectional Boys Volleyball first round matchup between the number 19 visiting Wildcats of Weymouth High School and the number 3 seed hometown Brookline Warriors.
We got a PA announcer today. I am loving this.
Today's student athletes, coaches, and contest officials have worked diligently to prepare for today's competition. Please show your appreciation by demonstrating good sportsmanship and respect for all in attendance. Ensure that your behaviors reflect the values that should be identified with these student athletes. Assume responsibility for your behavior and the behavior of those around you. If you require assistance, please call upon a school official. At this time, we'll introduce the lineups. If you want to go alongside the court there. For the visitors, number one, Joseph Aaron Ackerday.
They are now introducing the lineups first for the visiting Weymouth Wildcats. They got Jacob McCabe and Matthias Coutinho. They got Alexander Nowicki, John Savage.
Number 12, Nevin Kenalath.
We got Nevin Kenalath,
Number 24,
Jackson
Jackson Riley.
Riley.
Number 27,
Randy
Randy Nguyen.
Nguyen.
Number 32, Jen Whitaker.
Jed Whitaker.
Number 33, Daniel Daly.
There's Daniel Daly.
And number 36, Jacob Freeman.
And lastly, Jacob Freeman.
And now, introducing the Warriors, number 1, Jacob Smagula.
Now introducing the Warriors, they start with number 1, Jacob Smagula.
Number 2, Corey Zedo.
Number 2, Corey Zedo.
Number 3, Koga
Number 3, Kota
Sugata.
Sukata. They go in numerical order.
4, Nathan Lee.
Number 4, Nathan Lee. Number 8, Fletcher Poon.
Number 9, Matthew Liu.
Number 9, Matthew Liu.
Number 11, Kevin Lee.
Number 11, Kevin Lee.
Number 14, Adam Baker.
Number 14, Adam Danker. Number 15, Briano Ufano Dem.
16, Wes Price.
Number 16, Wes Price.
Number 18, Julian Vasnesky.
18, Julian Vasnesky.
Number 21,
Number 21, the captain, Zachary Orlando Milbauer. Number 23, Toby Mendels. Number 27, Jason Rich.
Number 28, Nikhil Wong.
28, Nikhil Wong.
Number 31, Charlie Purdue.
31, Charlie Purdue.
Number 32, Cam Gilek.
Number 32, Cam Gilek.
Pang.
And then number 38, Stanley Pang.
Our great nation has persevered through the leadership and sacrifices of men and women who have served or are currently serving in our armed forces. We invite both veterans and current military personnel to stand. We thank you for the service to our country. Now we invite all to stand for the playing of our national anthem.
You know, I'll tell you what, the players may still be wearing masks, the coaches may still be wearing masks, and a number of the fans are too, but I'll tell you what, a PA announcer and the national anthem, it really gives you a sense of somewhat of a return to normalcy. I mean, I haven't heard the national anthem played before a high school game since I think like February or March, back when I was still doing audio-only broadcasts on Mixlr, and I didn't have my nicer mic or anything like that. It really just shows how long a time it's been and how far we've all come since then. Brookline sending out a starting rotation that's going to feature Zachary Orlando Milbauer, Jacob Smagula, Nikhil Wong, Fletcher Poon, Toby Mendels, and Corey Zedo. And the opening serve is going to go to Nikhil Wong. So Wong starting us off. Here we go. Serve dug out by McCabe, followed up by number 27, Nguyen, and then spiked over by number 11. Taken by Wong, set by Zedo. Long spike, Orlando Milbauer gets the kill there. Attempted deflections by number 36, Jacob Freeman, and number 11, John Savage. But nothing doing, and it just bounced off the chest of number 32, Jed Whitaker. 1-0 Brookline, and Wong back on serve. Up and over it goes. It's taken by Freeman, followed up awkwardly by Nguyen. Tapped into the net by Savage, couldn't get it over. So a quick 2-0 lead for the Warriors. And Nikhil Wong back on serve. Up and over it goes, taken awkwardly by Freeman, followed up by Nguyen. Punched over, taken by Wong, bumped by Smagula, spiked by Poon, is dug out by number 24, followed up by Nguyen. Tapped over by Savage, taken by Zedo, set by Wong. Another spike from Poon is slightly blocked, they keep it alive. Bumped over desperately by Nguyen, and it's taken close to the net by Zedo. Now a set and a spike by Zedo, dug out by McCabe, set by Nguyen. And a spike is deflected and then taken by Wong, followed up by Smagula. A spike by Orlando Milbauer is taken by Nguyen, but awkwardly off the ceiling, and that ends the point there. Orlando Milbauer has produced 2 of the first 3 points of this contest. Wong back on serve with a 3-0 lead. This one is taken by Freeman, followed up by Nguyen. Savage taps it, taken by Poon, set by Wong. Spike by Poon, deflected. Freeman tried to keep it alive, but no one was around to follow up his deflection after the block attempt was made by Savage and Whitaker. 4-0 Brookline. And Wong sends it up and over. And no one takes it. That's going to be an ace for Nikhil Wong. Bit of confusion there between Jacob Freeman and Joseph Aaron McCabe. 5-0 Brookline leads here in the first set. Wong brings the serve, taken by McCabe. Tapped over on 2 by Savage, and Weymouth gets the first point for them, 5-1. So a nice serving streak by Nikhil Wong. Now the serve coming from Freeman, received by Poon, set by Wong, tapped over by Zedo, blocked back, but then sent back over by Zedo. Now taken by Savage, set by Nguyen. Long spike sails long. That was from Jackson Riley. A good effort by the co-captain, John Savage, to try and keep that one alive, but Brookline takes the serve right back. This will be Fletcher Poon, so Brookline starting with the juniors on their serves early here today. This one is dug out by Freeman, set by Nguyen. Bumped over by Riley, received by Smagula, set by Wong, punched over by Mendels and received by Nguyen, set by Whitaker, spiked by Riley, sails long again. 7-1 now the score as Fletcher Poon gets back on serve. Poon serves, taken by Riley, set by Nguyen. Riley tries to spike it again, and this time it goes into the net. His first 2 attempts went long, and this one goes short. Rough start for him, but regardless, Poon stays on serve. 8-1, the Brookline lead here in the first set. Up and over it goes, taken by Jackson Riley, followed up by Nguyen. Another spike by Riley into the net, and that'll be a 9-1 Brookline lead. Poon brings the serve, taken by McCabe, set by Nguyen. Riley another chance. He manages to punch it over, taken by Smagula, set by Wong. Spike Orlando Milbauer. How did they get that one back? They just missed it wide. You know what? I don't care. Credit to Jacob Freeman for digging out that spike. You know, a powerful, well-placed laser from Zachary Orlando Milbauer like that, it's not easy. It is not easy to dig that one out. He's got, I believe, 3 kills already. A 4-year member of the team who will be going to University of California, Davis next year. And fun fact about Zachary Orlando Milbauer, he prefers a frittata over a quiche, and he believes toaster strudel are superior to Pop-Tarts. Truthfully, though, I think it's kind of a moot point. Regardless of which one is better, both pale in comparison to the true toaster breakfast, Eggo waffles. And if you're wondering where on earth that came from, a bunch of fun facts about all the members of the Brookline team have been sent to me, so I'm going to be reading those for your entertainment and mine throughout the match. Also, one last fun fact about Zachary Orlando Milbauer. He misses the old Kanye. In the meantime, out of the timeout, we have Fletcher Poon back on serve, his team leading 10-1 here in the first set. Poon brings a high serve this time. It's taken by McCabe, followed up and sent over on 2 by Nguyen. Taken awkwardly by Zedo, followed up by Wong. Spiked by Orlando. Milbauer gets blocked. Samagula keeps it alive, and it's pushed over by Zedo. Taken by Nguyen, set by Freeman. Tapped over by Savage, taken by Wong, then Smagula, and then a roll shot by Orlando Milbauer, received by Nguyen, then followed up by Savage, tapped by Riley, but blocked right back. That was Toby Mendel's. That's the thing about underdog teams, is sometimes they don't have the smoothest follow-through with their hits, but that can create all kinds of weird angles that maybe a higher level team isn't used to, and it can make the point kind of awkward. This serve taken by McCabe, set by Nguyen, spike by Savage. He gets the kill. Nicely spiked by the co-captain, John Savage, and Weymouth gets their second point of the set. 11-2 the score in favor of the Warriors, and it'll be Savage following up his spike with the serve. Savage brings the serve. It's taken by Orlando Milbauer, followed up by Wong. Long spike Orlando Milbauer, and that goes for the kill. Deflected at the net by Matthias Coutinho and Jed Whitaker, but nothing doing, and it's another kill for the man who, remember, prefers toaster strudel. Checking into the game now, we have number 27, Jason Rich, and number 16, Wes Price. They replace Jacob Smagula and Toby Mendels, and it'll be Rich on the serve with a 12-2 lead. Sent over on 2, and they're going to call an illegal hit. I believe that was Jackson Riley who was trying to send it over on 2. And so Brookline takes the 13-2 lead. Rich now on serve, taken by Freeman, followed up awkwardly by Nguyen, and then bumped over by Riley. Received by Poon, set by Wong, punched over by Price, taken by Freeman, set by Nguyen, spike attempt, and somebody hit the net. They're going to say, yeah, they're saying it was Wes Price who hit the net, kind of misjudged where he was when going to block the spike from Coutinho. And so the score will now be 13-3. Jacob Smagula checks back in, replacing Jason Rich. The serve from Whitaker is dug out by Orlando Milbauer, set Wong, spiked by Price, taken by Freeman, set by Whitaker, bumped over by Riley, received by Smagula, set by Wong, spike Orlando Milbauer, and how were they supposed to stop that one? Nice shot down the line by Zachary Orlando Milbauer. Checking in now is Julian Vasnesky, replacing Nikhil Wong, and it'll be Corey Zedo now on serve. Brookline leads 14-3. Zedo brings the high serve, taken by Freeman, set by Whitaker. A spike by Coutinho, taken by Poon, set Zedo, spike by Orlando Milbauer. Who knows how many kills he's going to finish with today. Maybe if he gets enough kills, they'll bring back the old Kanye just as a reward for him. We got another timeout. And another comment on the live chat from Brendan O'Sullivan. Ari, hearing the anthem played. Thankfully, there's more and more moments that are small returns to normal. I think calling that out was a fantastic call for the commentary. Well, thank you. Thank you for the kind words, Brendan. I appreciate that. And it really is, like, sometimes you just blink and you're like, wait, this is starting to get back to how it was before. And it almost feels like you're getting away with something because of just how long we had to be so cautious and careful. You know, you almost feel like you're doing something wrong sometimes when you see that. But, you know, we've made a lot of progress. You know, people getting their vaccines. You know, we've been wearing our masks, socially distancing. We've put in the work. At least a good chunk of us have. And, you know, we've earned our way back in a way. I truly do believe. Hats off to all the healthcare workers and all the epidemiologists, the people developing the vaccines, all of that. And on that slightly more serious note, we return to the sports. 15-3, Brookline leads. Corey Zedo back on serve for Brookline. Up and over it goes, taken by Freeman, set by Whitaker, tapped over by Riley, received by Orlando Milbauer, set by Zedo, punched over by Price, just barely dug out and sent over on two by Catino. Taken by Smagula, set by Zedo, tapped, and they're going to say that it went out of bounds off of Weymouth. It was Wes Price against Randy Nguyen, and Price came away with the win, giving his team the 16-3 lead. The Let's Go Brookline chants starting on the Brookline side as Zedo brings another serve. Sent over, not on one, off the ceiling it goes. Riley follows it up and McCabe sends it over. Smagula takes it, set by Zedo. Almost a whiffed spike by Vasnesky. I'm not sure if he was planning for that, but he got the point, so you know what? Just pretend you knew what you were doing. That's what I say. 17-3 here in the first set. Zedo, another serve, and this one sails long. You know, it's tough to see an erroneous serve, but I also like that he's bringing his full power serves even if he's playing a lower seeded opponent. You know, don't play down to your competition. Play your game. Jackson Riley the serve, and he misses wide. 18-4 now the score. And the captain, Zachary Orlando Milbauer, takes over on serve. Serve misses just long, and it goes right back to Weymouth. You know, when I say bring your full power serve, I still mean I aim to hit it in. That one was close, though. McCabe with the serve, taken by Orlando Milbauer, set by Zedo, spiked by Price. There's a kill. Wes Price delivers. He's been having a number of nice points at the net. Wes Price, a 3-year member of the team. His plan for next year is to take a gap year. And he thinks Jewel is an underrated songwriter and still wants socks for his birthday. So it's good to know his plans for his birthday have not changed since the last time I was reading fun facts on senior night. And, you know, like I said back then, I'll say it again. Socks are an okay present to ask for, as we got an ace here. Coming from the Brookline server, Jacob Smagula, the libero. And definitely one of the more consistent, reliable servers on the Brookline roster, as he gave his team a 20-5 lead. That one taken by Freeman, set by Whitaker, bumped over by Riley. And Orlando Milbauer whiffs on the receive there. Even he's not sure what happened on that one. You know, again, I'll say it, when you're playing a lower seeded team, don't play down to your competition. Play your game. I mean, even if you win this one, you're going to be playing Newton South in the next round. You've got to be at the top of your game. This one sails long from Nguyen, and it'll be 21-6. Checking back into the game will be number 28, Nikhil Wong. He replaces Julian Vasnesky, and he'll be back on serve. He was the opening server for Brookline at the start of this set. And with the team 4 points away from taking set number 1, we'll see what he does here. Nikhil Wong with the serve, taken by McCabe, off the net, and they couldn't keep it alive. So another service winner for Nikhil Wong, a junior and 3-year member of the team who has never had a Big Mac and has failed the Eagles Deli Challenge thrice. 22-6 in Wong serves, taken by McCabe, and again they can't get it back. So he may have failed the Eagles Deli Challenge, but he's not failing here on serve. And you know what? For anyone who knows the Eagles Deli Challenge, it's just respectable that you tried, man. And you gave it 3 attempts, man. You're trying your heart out there. Keep chasing that dream, Nikhil. Serve up and over, taken by Freeman and sent over on 1. Received by Poon, set by Wong, spiked by Zedo, sails long. 23-7 now the score as the serve goes back to Weymouth. Serve by Freeman, taken by Poon, set by Wong, A spike sails long from the hand of Toby Mendels. Mistimed it a little bit there, got a little overeager. He either jumped too early or too late, depending on where in the set's arc he was aiming for. Either way, that makes the score 24-7. Wait, that makes the score 24-7. Brookline got the point. Whatever the reason was for there, Brookline is now at set point, rather. Fletcher Poon on the serve. Poon sends it up and over. It's taken by McCabe, set by Nguyen. Spike by Riley is deflected and then taken by Wong. Bumped by Smagula. Orlando Milbauer spikes, and it's taken by Nguyen, followed up by Riley. Bumped over by Whitaker. Taken by Smagula, set by Wong. Another spike by Orlando Milbauer is blocked. Orlando Milbauer keeps it alive, and they tip it back. Taken by Wong, awkwardly followed up by Smagula. Spike by Zedo is blocked, kept alive by Whitaker, tapped back by Savage, taken by Mendels. Then Smagula pushed over by Orlando Milbauer for the kill. You know what? That was an awesome point. You know, no shame in losing the set on a point like that. Weymouth was scratching and clawing on that one, and they put Brookline on their heels, even though they were bringing most of the spikes. My respect there, and Orlando Milbauer finishes it. First set score, Brookline 25, Weymouth 7. I'm Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan here at Schluntz Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts. And while we got a break in the action, let's take a look at some more fun facts from this Brookline team. We'll take a look at some of the more seldom used players. Senior Nathan Lee, number 4. He's played 3 seasons with the team. He plans to attend UMass Lowell. He always leaves a penny, and his favorite rapper is Common. And you know, just the fact that you still have pennies in this economy, Nathan, is, you know, admirable, if nothing else, is what I would say. Because you don't really see pennies anymore. They're kind of obsolete in today's economy. So the fact that he's always got a penny to leave, that says something, I think. Next up, let's take a look at number 9, Matthew Liu, another senior. He has also played 3 seasons with the team. He plans to attend my alma mater, UMass Amherst. Go Minutemen. And he enjoys the smell of fresh cut grass and has 2 pet chinchillas. You know what? Pets come in all shapes and sizes, and honestly, that's just cool. That's just a fun fact right there. And, you know, if it weren't for my many seasonal allergies, I'd probably enjoy the smell of fresh cut grass too. Next up, let's take a look at one of the sophomores just to mix it up. Charlie Perdue, number 31, a sophomore. Fun fact about him, he thinks cucumbers are better pickled. So he likes pickles. The joke is he likes pickles, but he's saying it in a roundabout way. And his additional fun fact is, hi, Meemaw. If I get through all of these without laughing, I deserve an award of some kind, I swear. We'll follow that up with the team's other sophomore, number 32, Cam Jilek. Fun fact, he isn't a selfish person, but will not share his fries with you. You know, I can understand. You know, to me, it depends on where the fries are coming from. If they're really good fries, you know, I get it. I get it. You know, that's a hot commodity. Really good fries are hard to come by. But on that slightly different note from usual, we're going to come back to the second set of this sectional tournament matchup. The third-seeded Brookline High Warriors took the first set 25-7. They come out with a rotation featuring Zachary Orlando Milbauer, Libero Kota Sukada, Wes Price, Julian Vasnesky, Corey Zedo, and Kevin Lee. While for Weymouth, looks like we're going to have John Savage, Jed Whitaker, Jacob Freeman, Jackson Riley, Randy Nguyen, and I think Yes, Joseph Aaron McCabe is going to check in, replacing Matthias Coutinho. It'll be Weymouth with the opening serve here in the second set, after Brookline took the first set pretty convincingly. And it'll be Randy Nguyen taking the opening serve for the Wildcats. Serve goes up and goes long. So we start off with a faulty serve, and Brookline takes the 1-0 lead, and serving now will be senior Kevin Lee. He's seeing the floor for the first time today, and his serve is taken by McCabe, followed up by Nguyen. Freeman tries to bump it over, but it goes off the ceiling. So a nice first point for Kevin Lee, a 4-year member of the team planning to attend Johns Hopkins University, and his favorite cobbler is blueberry. Two 2-0, and another serve from Lee. Drops in and sent back on one by McCabe. Is taken by Sukata, set, and a spike by Price is deflected, then taken by Nguyen. Now it's tapped over, kept alive by Price, set by Zedo. Vasnesky, the spike is blocked, dug out by Lee, and they follow it up off the net, and Price can't send it over. Two to 1 the score in favor of Brookline. Jacob Freeman, the serve goes long, and it'll go right back to Brookline with a 3-1 lead. Jason Rich and Cam Jilek will be checking in, replacing Kota Sukata and Wes Price. Jason Rich will be on the serve. A 3-year member of the team who has a 2-octave range, and his favorite English word is, I'm going to try reading that after a point. This one is spiked by Savage, deflected and taken by Rich, set by Zedo, spike Orlando Milbauer, and he missed wide. You're not going to see that very often. But as Rich checks out in favor of Sukata, I'm going to try that favorite word of his again. Catachresis. I don't know, man. I tried. I really tried. And Savage serves that one into the net. And so it's been a very sloppy start to this second set so far from both teams. Brookline currently holding the lead at 4-2. It'll be Nikhil Wong back on serve. His serve is taken by Freeman, followed up by McCabe, and sent over by Nguyen, followed up by Sukata, then Wong, and now a spike by Zedo, well blocked by Jackson Riley. He was exactly where he needed to be. Perfect form on that block by Jackson Riley. 4-3, the Brookline lead here in the second set. And it'll be Jed Whitaker on serve for the Wildcats. Brings the long serve. It's taken by Lee, followed up by Wong. Punched over by Zedo. Taken by Whitaker, followed up awkwardly by Nguyen. Punched over by Freeman, dug out by Sukata, set by Wong. Spike sails long. Orlando Milbauer has missed twice in a row now. The score is now tied at 4 apiece. Whitaker following up with another serve. Up and over it goes, taken by Orlando Milbauer, set by Wong. Spike by Zedo goes through the blockers that time for the kill. Corey Zedo, a 4-year member of the team going to Boston College next year. His favorite color is ecru, which I had to Google earlier today. It's a type of beige. His favorite color is a shade of beige. It'll be Orlando Milbauer on the serve, off the net cord, but still dug out, but they can't follow it up off the net cord. Good effort there by Jacob Freeman. Off the net cord serve by Zach Orlando Milbauer. 6-4, Brookline leads. And this serve goes into that. And one thing I noticed, Orlando Milbauer had to shift to his right because he was afraid his really high serve toss was going to go off the basketball backboard. Kind of obstacles you don't really think about. Riley with the serve. Taken by Lee. Set by Wong. Spike by Zedo. Taken by McCabe. Followed up by Whitaker. Punched into the net by Freeman. He tried to go for the spike there, but he didn't have the height. Rich comes back into the game, replacing Jilek. And it will be Kota Sukata on serve as Wes Price also checks in. Okay, so it's Wes Price coming in, replacing Jilek. Kota Sukata now on serve. Brookline leads 7-5. His serve goes straight into the net. Brookline struggling to find consistency on their serves in this set. And these are the kind of mistakes they're not going to be able to get away with in the next round, assuming they defeat Weymouth here. Because right now with a close score of 7-6, that is just an assumption. McCabe's serve taken by Orlando Milbauer, set by Wong, spike by Lee is blocked, recovered by Price, set by Wong, a long spike by Orlando Milbauer goes into the net. That's 3 misses off spikes by Zach Orlando Milbauer. And the score is now tied at 7 apiece. McCabe with the serve, taken by Lee, spiked back down and taken by Sukata, but they're going to say that John Savage touched the net on that spike. It was a good idea, just a little too far there. It'll be Zedo back on serve for the Warriors. In addition to his favorite color being ecru, he also likes coleslaw, homemade or store-bought. And his serve misses just long. It's an 8-8 tie here in the second set. Serve from Nguyen, drops just over but dug out by Sukata. Set by Zedo, long roll shot by Lee, goes long. Weymouth now with the lead, 9-8. Orlando Milbauer trying to hype up his teammates as Nguyen's serve is taken by Orlando Milbauer, set by Price, bumped over by Lee, received by Nguyen, bumped by Savage, punched by Freeman, taken by Orlando Milbauer, set by Zedo, spike Vasnesky, taken by Riley, set by Nguyen, tapped over by Savage, taken by Zedo, followed up by Sukata, another spike by Vasnesky, catches the back line. 9-all, it's now tied up. And it'll be Kevin Lee back on serve. 9-all the score, Kevin Lee trying to give his team the lead back. It's received by McCabe, set by Nguyen. Spike is deflected and taken by Lee, set by Zedo, spike Vasnesky. Taken by McCabe, set by Nguyen. And I think they're going to call the illegal double hit. They are. They're going to call it on Nguyen. And Brookline takes the 10-9 lead. Kevin Lee back on serve. I said before that his favorite cobbler is blueberry. Another fun fact, he believes Saitama would lose to Tetsuo. And for those of you wondering what that means, I'll do my best to explain after this. As he gets another service point there, as Weymouth couldn't get it over. So I believe what Kevin is saying is that he believes Saitama from the anime One Punch Man would lose to Tetsuo from the anime Akira. Of course, again, just like Orlando Milbauer's point about breakfast pastries, I believe the point is kind of moot, and I'll explain why right now as the point just ended. Another service point for Lee. He's on a hot streak. But regardless of who would win between Saitama and Tetsuo, it's all kind of a moot point in the end because both would ultimately lose to Shaggy from Scooby-Doo in his final form. And if you're still wondering what nonsense I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Serve for an ace this time by Kevin Lee. What a roll he's on. (13-9), the Brookline lead now, and we got a timeout. And it appears everyone in my live chat now is very fond of the word free. From Wesley Burcham, so free. Toko says, bro, what Brookline got this in the bag? NCSB 10, so free. Wesley Burcham, all aboard the free train. And then Burcham again, free, free. You know what? I'm just happy to see audience engagement. Even if it's just repeating the same word as many times as possible. I'm pretty sure you guys aren't robots because you've said other words up to this point. So I believe in you guys. I'm not going to give you a Turing test or anything. It is a 13-9 lead for Brookline here in the second set. And Kevin Lee has been on kind of a hot streak with his serves thus far. And it's taken by Riley, followed up by Nguyen, spiked by Savage, dug out by Lee, set by Zedo, spiked by Price, sails long. (13-10) now the Brookline lead. And if you're Brookline coach Dana Jones, you're hoping that this isn't settling back into the mistakes they were making earlier in the set. The serve by Jacob Freeman sails long, and Brookline gets the serve right back. Checking in, it looks like it'll be Jason Rich replacing Wes Price, and Cam Jilek replacing Kota Sukata. 14-10. Rich, the serve falls short. That's not a mistake you're going to see often from Rich. Part of the reason they usually bring him in once it's another player's turn to serve is because he's such a consistent and reliable server. Savage's serve taken by Vasnesky, set by Zedo. Long spike Orlando Milbauer, dug out by Savage, followed up by Nguyen, but the weird bounces off the ceiling. You can see as I pan the camera up, it's got this weird cross shape with the bars. That can really throw off the trajectory of a lot of hits if they go high enough. 15-11, Brookline leads Weymouth here in the second set. They've got a 1-0 lead. Wong with the serve, taken by Freeman, followed up by Coutinho and sent over on two. Taken by Orlando Milbauer, set Wong, spike Orlando Milbauer, they keep it alive. Battle at the net is won by Jilek. Cam Jilek, the underclassman, getting some valuable playing time here, and he gets the kill. 16-11, the Brookline lead, and it'll be Nikhil Wong back on serve. Dug out by Freeman, taken by Nguyen, punched over by Coutinho, returned by Lee, followed up by Sukata. Long roll shot Orlando Milbauer, taken by Nguyen, kicked by Riley, but no one quite there to follow up. Technically, that was a legal move by Jackson Riley. I know it sounds crazy. I thought it was crazy the first time I saw someone manage to win a point by kicking the ball, but it is technically legal. It's just not advisable because, as you can see, you don't know where the ball is going to go. That's not what you practice. Wong back on serve with the 17-11 lead. This one taken by McCabe, followed up by Nguyen, punched over by Riley, taken by Sukata, set by Wong, spiked by Zedo. What a laser from Zedo. 18-11. Off the kill from a man who is not a stickler about his coleslaw. Now Wong, his serve goes just long. 18-12. Brookline has a bit more of a cushion than they had a few minutes ago. Serve now coming from Whitaker, and it's just over. Was it in? No, it was just wide. Oh, man, when you get a lucky bounce like that, that's a bummer. That's just a real bummer. 19-12 off the faulty serve from Whitaker, and it'll be Orlando Milbauer bringing the serve this time. Up and over it goes, dug out by McCabe off the run, kept alive by Catino, and then punched over by Freeman. Taken by Sukata, set Wong, spiked by Lee, goes for the kill. I'll tell you, Kevin Lee might not think much of Saitama's power, but he's got quite the one punch himself. A nice spike there from the senior, and Brookline now leads 20-12. Orlando Milbauer sends it over. It's taken by Freeman, followed up by Whitaker, and awkwardly off that crossbeam in the ceiling. So it didn't go where the hitter was expecting. 21-12. Orlando Milbauer, another serve, taken by McCabe, set by Whitaker, punched up by Riley and taken by Sukata, set by Wong, spiked by Zedo, deflected but still bounces in for the kill. And we got a timeout after the kill from the beige-loving hitter and setter, Corey Zedo. Another comment from the live chat from Vigilante Gaming, ceiling diff. And he's not wrong, ceiling indeed diff. And it was also quite diff in Tappan Gym as well, for any who have followed my broadcasts over at Tappan Gym. You know, those are the things you don't necessarily think about. It's sort of like how sometimes the dimensions of a baseball field are different and what that does for players. For this, some of your hits are going to go high and they're going to bounce off the ceiling, and if it's a weird ceiling, which a lot of times it really is, then that can really turn into something. Not to mention all the pulled up basketball hoops that things can bounce off of, because it's always going to be in a basketball gym. Outside of the timeout, it is now 22-12. Brookline leads. Orlando Milbauer back on the serve for the Warriors, as they are now 3 points away from taking this second set. Serve by Orlando Milbauer, and no one was sure who was getting that one. Weymouth was playing 4-back on that play, and what happened was both Riley and Whitaker thought the other was going to get it, so they both charged forward to get into their position for the rest of the play, but because they both jumped forward, no one was there to get it. Nice ace for Orlando Milbauer. This one barely dug out by McCabe, followed up by Nguyen, punched over by Riley, but it sails long. Hats off, though, to Joseph Aaron McCabe for the dig on that one. I don't know how he got underneath it. 24-12, it is set point for Brookline. Orlando Milbauer, one more serve, but this one he tried a little too hard on. Sends it straight into the net, and it'll be 24-13. Still set point for Brookline, and it'll be Jackson Riley on serve for Weymouth. Taken by Sukata, set by Wong, spiked by Zedo, drops it perfectly in the corner for the kill. Corey Zedo ends the set, and Brookline now goes up 2-0 with the 25-13 win. I'm Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, live here at Schlunz Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts. And I promised Coach Jones I'd go through these fun facts, and heck, I'm having fun with them, so I'm not going to stop. Next, we'll follow up with senior, number 14, Adam Danker. He's played just one season on the team. This is his first season with the volleyball team. He plans to attend Northeastern University, and his fun facts: he's not sure if white chocolate is actually chocolate, and he has never heard a Michael Jackson song. And to that I say this: one, Adam, you're being chocolatist, and there's no room for that in today's society. And second, you probably have heard a Michael Jackson song, you just didn't know it was by Michael Jackson. Or at least you've heard a Jackson 5 song, either Michael Jackson or Jackson 5, and you just didn't know who was singing. That happens to all of us. Next up, let's talk about Toby Mendels. Number 23, a 4-year player planning to attend Tulane University next year. And his fun fact: overcooked steaks, that's tough. And his additional fun fact: he is bringing tiramisu to the picnic. Well, you know, it's always good to keep organized who's bringing what to any kind of eating get-together. So, You know, this may not be necessarily the most efficient way to tell everybody, but it is a way to tell everybody. And as for the stakes, I'm a sucker for a good pun, so I love it. Next up, we have another senior, number 38, Stanley Pang. He's also played 4 years with the team. He's also going to my alma mater, UMass Amherst, next year. And he started watching the anime Bofuri. I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. And I gotta say, I've seen that anime too. It's not bad. It's a fun time. His additional fun fact, he doesn't like nougat. I can't pretend I have any strong opinions there, so the man doesn't like nougat. Next up, let's follow up with number 3, another senior, Kota Sukada. He's played 4 years with the team. He plans to attend Boston University, and he loves deviled eggs, and his favorite musical is Les Mis, followed by Cats. You gotta wonder though how he feels about the movie versions of those, especially considering they were both directed by the same man, Tom Hooper. So if he doesn't like either of the movie interpretations of his favorite musicals, then he's gonna have some choice words for Mr. Hooper. Next up, we have Briano Ufano Dem, a 4-year member of the team, also planning to attend Tulane University, and isn't afraid of ghosts and would like for people to stop asking. So no, don't worry. I'm not gonna ask. Okay, I gotta ask because you brought it up. Are you afraid of ghosts, Briano? Are you? You can be honest. This is a safe place to talk about any fears of ghosts you might have. And I'll wrap up the senior class before we start this third and possibly final set, talking about number 18, Julian Vasnesky, a 4-year member of the team who plans to attend LaSalle University and has a 3-year-old American hairless terrier named Sneezy. Aww. And he is bringing juice to the picnic. So we got a couple of notes on the picnic. So whoever's in charge of organizing this picnic, be sure to take notes. Julian Vasnesky is bringing juice, and Toby Mendel is bringing tiramisu. So nobody else needs to bring that. Although it probably would help, Julian, if you mentioned what kind of juice it is. So as we get ready to head into the third set, Brookline leads 2-0. Took the first 2 sets with relative ease. And we got more action in the live chat from Win Skin. Shout out to Randy from Weymouth. His family hyped him up, but they didn't show up. Aww. Well, that's sad. You guys are bringing sad stuff into my live chat. Followed up by Triet Nguyen. Cringe, big yikes. I wish I didn't have a family like his. Big sad. A bunch of emotes, and then Triet says, Weymouth comeback. Here we go. I want longer games and more content. Well, Brookline opens with a long serve, so Weymouth does get the point there. So, you know, just 24 more of those, and they'll have a set and can get started. Jackson Riley bringing the serve for Weymouth. It's taken by Sukada, but awkwardly, Lee keeps it alive. Bumped over by Zedo. Dug out by Nguyen and followed up by McCabe. Bumped over by Riley, dug out by Poon. Set by Zedo. Quick spike into the net by Adam Danker. The Brookline bench was ready to celebrate that point right there after the nice efforts following the awkward service receive. But the point ultimately goes to Weymouth. Riley serves long, and Brookline gets their first point as Weymouth leads 2-1. And Toko says in the live chat, no, Brookline is going to win, no diff. So things heating up here in my live chat. as Kevin Lee brings the serve, and this one doesn't get over the net. He was trying to go for a high, shallow serve there, but ended up going too shallow, and Weymouth now takes the 3-1 lead. Joseph Aaron McCabe bringing the serve. Up and over it goes. It's taken by Sukata, set by Zedo, tapped over by Poon, nicely placed for the kill. So Brookline gets the point from their junior hitter, Fletcher Poon, a 3-year member of the team whose favorite color and mineral is turquoise, and his second favorite color and pant is khaki, and his favorite Girl Scout cookie is Caramel Delight. Jason Rich brings the serve, followed up by Jackson Riley, and they can't keep the point going there off an awkward bounce off of Savage's shoulder. And a big thanks to Fletcher Poon for giving us what I can only assume to be half his dating profile. Rich with the serve, taken by Savage, set by Nguyen. Savage taps it over, taken by Poon, kept alive awkwardly by Zedo, but then bumped over by Jilek. Taken by McCabe, sent over by Nguyen, taken by Rich, set by Zedo, punched over by Jilek, and then taken by Nguyen. Then Savage bumped over by Freeman, but it bounces off the ceiling, which you can't do when you're sending it over. You can do it in your own end, but not when sending it over. And so Brookline gets the point. 4-3 Brookline leads. Rich with another serve, and this one sails wide. Tried to bring more of a curve that time, but nothing doing. And he checks out for Kota Sukata. The serve from Whitaker, taken by Sukata, set by Zedo, bumped over by Poon, bit awkward there, taken by Savage, set, and then a spike by Savage is blocked. Oh no, they say it didn't go over. I thought it might have been blocked by Julian Vasnesky, but they're calling the 4-hit on Weymouth as if the spike didn't go over. 5-4 as Vasnesky checks out, and Nikhil Wong checks in to serve. Serve taken by McCabe, followed up by Whitaker. Spike by Freeman is blocked, but not over. Kept alive by Gilek, and then the swing by Savage goes into the net. Could hear one of the Weymouth fans saying, "Nice idea," and they're not wrong. You know, you gotta know what kind of attacks you want to bring. And Savage knew what he was going for there. It just didn't follow through. Wong serve taken by McCabe, followed up by Whitaker, sent over by Nguyen, taken by Sukata, set by Wong, and spiked by Corey Zedo. Seven to 4. Brookline now leads. Wong back on serve. His serve sent, oh, not quite well by Savage. Another bounce off that ceiling. Those crossbars. Who was it that said ceiling diff? Ceiling indeed diff. Wong serve taken by Savage, set by Whitaker, spiked by Freeman, and the block goes off the wrong angle. Off the hands of, I believe, Corey Zedo, with Cam Jilek assisting. 8-5. Brookline leads. Savage on serve. Dug out by Sukata. Set by Wong. Spike by Jilek is blocked. Good efforts there by Jackson Riley and Jacob Freeman. Serve by Savage, misses wide, and Brookline will go back on serve with a 9-6 lead. And I guess in my live chat, the ceiling has now been voted MVP of the game, as Fletcher Poon brings the serve. Weymouth manages to keep it alive and send it over. Taken by Sukata, set by Wong, and Zeto's spike does not go over. 9-7. And with my live chat's love of the ceiling, I'm starting to feel like how Nickelodeon must have felt with their football playoff game when Mitch Trubisky was named the MVP of that game. What can I say? Fan votes are always going to go for the memes, and there's no reason to go against that. Serve taken by Sukata, set by Wong, and Jilek's spike again is blocked. Good efforts by Riley, Coutinho, and Nguyen, as the score is now 9-8. Serve drops in. Nice trajectory off the serve from Jacob Freeman. Fletcher Poon thought it was going to sail along. I'm not going to lie, I thought it too, but he had a nice dip on it at the end to drop it right inside the back line and tie this thing up at 9. Freeman the serve, this time sails long. Ten to 9, Brookline leads as Adam Danker checks in for the Warriors, and Kota Sukata will be on serve. Up and over it goes, taken by Savage, bumped by Whitaker, now sent over by Coutinho, taken by Poon, followed up by Wong, tapped by Kevin Lee, taken off the net, and then the spike by Savage too low. Nice effort by Coutinho, keeping it alive off the net, but they couldn't finish that time. Served by Sukata, dug out by Savage, followed up by Whitaker. Long roll shot by Savage, taken by Sukata, kept alive by Wong, sent over by Danker, and Danker gets the kill. McCabe tried to slide in for the dig there, but just a very nicely placed tap by Adam Danker. 12 to 9. Sukata back on serve. And he gets the ace there, right down the line. That serve went very nicely placed. And we got a timeout called by Weymouth. As again, Brookline, a bit of a shaky start to the set. Things keeping rather even. Weymouth fighting their way to stay competitive. And then Brookline starts to find its form and starts to pull away. We're getting a bit of deja vu back to the second set. 13 to 9 is the score. And Toko in the live chat says, I'll bet like 200 Monopoly money that Brookline wins. I can't remember. What are the gambling laws here in Massachusetts? Any lawyers in live chat right now? Triet Nguyen says, boo, timeout, just go next. You know, I said I deserved an award if I went through all those fun facts without laughing, but if I said I deserved an award for going through the live chat without laughing, I wouldn't get the award. You guys are killing me today. 13 to 9, we come out of the timeout. Kota Sukata on serve for the Warriors. High serve taken by Riley despite the collision. Sent over on 2 by Whitaker and spiked right back in their faces by Corey Zedo. 14 to 9. Sukata back on serve. The serve taken by McCabe, followed up by Whitaker, but he couldn't follow it up enough. Bit of an awkward spot. McCabe's return kind of just went straight up in the air, and Whitaker tried to chase it for the second hit, but nothing doing there. 15 to 9. Sukata, the libero, brings the serve, taken by McCabe, followed up by Riley, and Coutinho's spike doesn't go over. Sukata taking over at the libero position after Jacob Smagula had that spot in the first set. And as it happens, Smagula, the last player whose fun fact I have not said thus far. But for right now, another serve from Sukata. Taken by McCabe, followed up by Whitaker, and they can't get it over again. A quick 17-9 lead as Brookline's gone 4-0 out of the timeout. But as I said, Jacob Smagula, number 1, a 3-year junior player who believes potato and corn snack foods aren't special and should be grouped with other veggie snacks. Also, he's really into League of Legends. Serve taken by Jackson Riley off the ceiling, and again, that awkward ceiling bounce. That ceiling earning those MVP votes from the people in the chat. You know, I just got to give it up. I'm going to have to prepare some kind of a trophy to give to the ceiling or something. 18-9, the Brookline lead. Sukata, another serve taken by Riley, headed towards the benches, and another ace for Kota Sukata. 19-9. Sukata, another serve. McCabe follows it, and Whitaker can't keep it alive. 20-9. Brookline now 5 points away from ending this, and we got a timeout called by Brookline. So Wesley Burcham in the live chat mentioning that Weymouth has 3 freshmen on the roster. And that does give some important perspective. You know, this is a team coming in as the 19th seed. They had no wins in the regular season, and they still managed to get through the preliminary round. I said this before the game started. You know, Weymouth should be proud of how far they've gotten this season after how tough they started. And, you know, however many points they can get off a top 5 program in the state like Brookline, they should be proud of that. As for Brookline, they are taking care of business. 5 more points, and they'll be on to the next round to face Newton South. As the ultimate winner of this match will be moving on. And they'll be facing 9th-seeded Newton South. No, 6th-seeded, my mistake. I'm not thinking straight. 6th-seeded Newton South in the next round. 20-9, Sukata back on serve. Brookline on an 11-0 run since back when the score was tied at 9 apiece. Another serve from Sukata, taken by Savage, kept alive by Whitaker, bumped over by McCabe, taken by Sukata, set by Wong, tapped over by Zedo. He's been having a nice game. Another kill from Corey Zedo, and he's been racking them up. You know, Corey Zedo is a really versatile weapon for the Warriors. He can be the team's primary setter if they want, and he can also be a very effective opposite hitter. As now checking in for the first time today is another senior, number 38, Stanley Pang. The southpaw opposite hitter comes in, and Kota Sukata returns to serve again. The serve from Sukata, taken by Riley, followed up by Whitaker, punched over by Riley, taken by Wong, set by Sukata, long spike by Wong, sails too far. You can tell everybody wanted Wong to get the kill there. Wong, usually a setter, he's not bringing a lot of spikes, so I think they would have liked to see their setter get a kill there. But nothing doing, the spike sails long, and it's now 21-10. Kota Sukata's long serving streak ends, and this serve drops in for an ace. Nicely done by Randy Nguyen. (21-11). And it looks like seeing the floor for the first time for Weymouth will be number 13. number 13, who is not on the roster I was given, as the faulty serve from Nguyen makes it 22-11. So if any of the Weymouth fans in my live chat know who number 13 is, feel free to let me know. Pang, the southpaw, sends his serve into the net, and it's 22-12. Now checking in is going to be number 12, the 8th grader, Nevin Kenalath, replacing Jackson Riley. 22-12 is the score, and Kenalath will bring the serve. His serve is taken by Charlie Perdue, followed up by Sukata. Spike by Lee goes for the kill. Kevin Lee has had a nice few points here today. Another guy getting some valuable playing time, and he's been making the most of it. 23-12, I believe, is what the scoreboard should read. There it is. And it'll be Lee on serve. His first serve dug out by Kenalath, followed up by Nguyen, bumped over by Catino, taken by Sukata, set by Wong. Spike by Perdue is deflected, kept alive, but not enough for a third hit. The spike from Charlie Perdue, one of the sophomores. Now 24-12, match point here. Kevin Lee with the serve, taken by McCabe, followed up by Nguyen. Spike by Savage, sails long, and that's the ball game. Game, set, and match. The third-seeded Brookline High Warriors take this one by a final score of 3-0. The set scores, if I'm not mistaken in my memory, 25-7, 25-13, and 25-12. The 19th-seeded Weymouth Wildcats, like I said, they put up a good fight just getting this far after a winless regular season with a very young developing team. To them I say, hold your heads high, young men. Keep building and keep working towards a better future. And as for Brookline, be sure to be geared up for the next round of the tourney, because it's sure to be a tough one. They will be facing Newton South. The date has not quite been set as of yet, but I hope to know that soon. It'll be the number 3-seeded Brookline Warriors hosting the number 6-seeded Newton South Lions. Two very good teams, and while Brookline may have had the better winning percentage in the regular season at .767, while Newton South had a .700 winning percentage at 7-3 to Brookline's 13-4. In the final Boston Globe state rankings, Brookline was number 5, while Newton South was number 4. So one, the higher seed in the tournament, one, the higher ranking in the state rankings from the Globe. And should make for one exciting matchup. But wrapping things up here, happy to be wrapping things up here at Schluntz Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts. Our first game back at Schluntz Gym is with a slight return to normalcy. And to all my lovely friends in the chat who have been keeping it going, thank you for providing me and hopefully yourselves with a little bit of extra entertainment in the midst of this match. I've had fun. I hope you all had fun. And I hope you enjoyed watching. If you like my broadcast, be sure to hit the like button on the video. If you want to stay up to date, be sure to hit that subscribe button. You can also follow me on social media. Links to my Facebook and Instagram accounts are in the description of the video. I'm doing this as an unpaid volunteer right now, so if you are feeling generous and want to make a donation, links to my PayPal and Venmo accounts also in the description. And if you want to make any special requests, you want to request a game outside of my normal coverage area, or if you want to request a special video being made, perhaps a highlight video of your favorite team or player, you can reach out to me through email for details at jgms88@gmail.com. That email address is also in the description of the video. For the last time, your final score, Brookline 3 sets, Weymouth 0. Brookline advances to the sectional semifinals against Newton South. Date and time to be determined. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan from Schluntz Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts, signing off. Thank you all for watching.